Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And, well, we're in the middle of an Iron Man, well, we're near the end of the Iron Man match, but now we have a list of summons, and we have to select our summon. Ornn and Tidus are back with 1 HP. This is not good either. So we're going to start with Yojimbo here. And you can see when you summon an Aeon, well, whichever Aeon you choose, gets possessed by Yu Yevon. And so, first we're going to heal up here. You notice we have halos around our head. That's because throughout this entire sequence... Oh yeah, and look at the text there from Yojimbo. Take my life. Okay, well, we will oblige. We'll summon an Aeon of our own. Yu Yevon can only possess 1 Aeon at a time, so once he's possessed an Aeon, you just have to fight it. And it has all the stats and HP and stuff that your Aeon had when you had them. I did not want you to attack the Uber. Ouch. But yeah, anyways, that Halo, it's auto-life. And you will have that throughout this entire sequence. It doesn't go away. You have permanent auto-life. And that's why a lot of people consider the battle with Vraska's final Aeon to be the final boss, because you really can't lose this at all. And that's lame. That makes this a tutorial. The final boss is a tutorial. I knew it! I called it so long ago. You can see Yuna there. She's kind of conflicted because we're killing off the Aeons. The Aeons that we traveled with all this time. The Aeons that helped us out of so many binds that we've relied on for so long. And now we have to fight them as Yu Yevon possesses them. And this is what we have to do to draw out Yu Yevon. We have to summon the Aeons and have him let him possess them and then strike the Aeons down. But what's really interesting here is the text that the Aeons give after they're possessed. So let's take a look at his text. End it right here. It's like the Aeons know that Yu Yevon is possessing them, and they just want you to stop them. Well, that went quicker than I expected. Okay. That works for me. So my first time playing this game, I actually kind of struggled with a couple of these fights. Number one, because I didn't realize right away that you could still summon other Aeons, and I didn't really know what was going on. There was just, you know, a list of Aeons here. And so I, started off with Magus. I started off with, my favorites, and, I didn't realize I could summon Aeons during this sequence to battle my Aeons that had gotten possessed. And by the time I realized that, I had taken out all my good Aeons, and also remember how I said I built up a lot of my Aeons, specifically Bahamut. I remember struggling here against Bahamut. That's how much I had built him up and pumped spheres into his attributes and such. Strike me down. We can... Ow! Let's heal you up, Ornn. Yeah, we'll use a Mega Man potion. It doesn't matter at this point. Alright, well, let's summon... I do want to use everyone's well, at least Bahamut's... Well, I've already used Bahamut's overdrive. But at least like the Magus Sisters and Anima's overdrives. Alright, so let's combine powers here. This is totally overkill, but I like kicking it into overdrive. I also like Delta Attack. I remember that thing doing so much more damage. So much more. Alright, now that we've used Mega Sisters overdrives, I feel comfortable fighting them next. And if you don't have the 3 optional Aeons, then clearly they're not going to appear on the list here, and you won't have to fight those 3. But yeah, we do have to fight them because we have collected them. So, in a way, that kind of makes this a little bit tougher and a little bit longer. But only a little bit. I mean, we have auto life for the entirety of this. We get to see their full summoning sequence. I like that. Let's plant us some sisters. It's like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Plants. And possessed by you, Yevon. But how's he gonna possess all 3 at once? Oh. Okay. Well, that answers that question. So yeah, I still feel that Anima and... Oh yeah, Don't Cry, Gotta Say Goodbye. I wasn't paying attention to that first one, but yeah, you can read the text too. Alright, Anima. Let's kick it into overdrive. I also like the full sequence of this overdrive. I've mentioned that before, but we've only been able to show it off once. Well, that was slightly better, but it's still weaker than Bahamut's overdrive. Yeah, that's a quick way to take out the Mega Sisters. Alright, we've got 4 more left. Well, we've used the Anima's overdrive, so let's... I am doing this strategically, as opposed to the first time I did this, because I understand the concept that once you kill off one of your Aeons, you don't get to use them anymore. If you've noticed that when we get to go summon with Yuna, you can't select anything you've already defeated. And possessed by you, Yevon, yep. We know how this works. Thus I atone. I like Anima's line there. Alright, well, it's been a while since we've done Ifrit. And done the Hellfire, so we'll kick it into overdrive. Why not? No reason not to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to make that. Oh, and I love how Yuna's getting like progressively more conflicted here as she's seeing this and summoning these Aeons that are getting possessed and then having to strike them down. And that was a good good demonstration of this. But I don't understand the whole decision behind making this entire sequence, giving us auto life permanently, and just taking any sort of challenge out of this, I don't get it. I don't understand why they would do this. But I mean, I guess this is another reason you could call this an easy game. Or one of the easier Final Fantasy games. And now they've possessed Bahamut. That's my favorite. Alright, but how we're gonna deal with this one is Shiva. And kick it into overdrive. I like this. I love that snap. Alright, so now we only have Ifrit and Shiva left. Also, I didn't fully intend this, but I'm realizing that the three most iconic summons, or Aeons, or Eidolons, or what else are they called? GFs, or whatever else they're called throughout the Final Fantasy franchise. Perhaps the three most iconic and recognizable ones, Ifrit, Shiva, and Bahamut, I saved here for the final three. That bit wasn't fully intentional, but it just kind of happened that way. Yeah, possessed by Yu Yevon. Although, another question I have about this whole sequence is, why do we have to keep calling more and more Aeons? Like, what... Why isn't, we'll use Holy. We'll not use Holy. Oh, we're gonna use an Ether. Yeah, so he can do haste. There's a reason I will want to do that later. Meteor Strike. Ouch. Oh, charging up a Hellfire that is not going to matter because we have auto life. You Yoopers are wasting my time. Alright, we'll cure up Auron just because. And I want to tag into Lulu here. Or Kimahri. Yeah, I want to save Lulu for the last one. We'll tag into Kimahri. And we'll just double Blizzaga. It's not going to take double Blizzaga for this. Yeah, not even close. And Yuna even more conflicted, seeing that this is really about to draw to a close. And last but not least, Shiva. I like Shiva's summoning animation here. And possessed by Yu Yevon. Oh, yeah, that's the part I don't understand, is why does it take all of the Aeons to draw out Yu Yevon? Like, what's the difference between him possessing 1 and possessing 5? And why does he... Well, you'll see in a moment, he'll appear in his real form. After we finish off Shiva here, we'll tag into Lulu and just take care of that real quick. Yeah, now we're out of Aeons. So how do we draw his attention now? And why didn't this work while we still had the ability to summon Aeons? Again, a couple... well, those are more minor questions at this point. Maybe Yu Yevon realizes now there's nothing left to possess because the summoner has run out of Aeons? And he knows that?
Everyone? This is the last time we fight together. Okay?
Huh?
What I'm trying to say is, after we beat Yu Yevon, I'll disappear.
Great time
What
to
are you
drop that
talking
on
about?
everyone. Just tell her you're a dream of the faith of Zanarkand. Actually, seeing this game again, the plot, at least the plot involving Tidus and him being a dream, it starts to make more sense. The whole bit's about Auron withholding all the plot information.
Not now.
I still will not get over
I
that.
know it's selfish, but this is my story.
Alright, so now we have to deal with Yu Yevon. Yu Yevon possesses Aeons. And his Euchers are there too. And I realized I was totally just not paying attention to the last few dialogues of the last several Aeons either. Well, they were on screen. You can read those for yourself. Alright, we're just going to double cast here. And after every action you make against Yu Yevon, he's going to Curaga himself for max healing. Which means this thing is going to drag out even further. Which is, again, why is this happening? Why make him use Curaga every time you do something? This is stupid. It's stupid because you give everybody auto life. Permanent auto life in this entire sequence. So you've eliminated the challenge. But we're still, like, trying to pretend that there's challenge? I don't know. Oh, it's Gravija. I mean, I guess I don't want him killing my people, because then they'll revive without haste. So there's that. But yeah, without Aeons to use, Aeon Overdrives to use against him to break the damage limit, most we can do is, we're just gonna call that 10 grand. It's easier to say. Then, yeah, it's just gonna drag this out even more. Oh, yeah, Power Wave, why not? Well, the Euchers are obnoxious, and he's curing himself after every hit. I'm convinced that Yu Yevon is Canadian now. And that was a mistake, because, yeah. I was thinking that maybe he won't do that after physical hits, just magical hits, and that was the test there, and now I put myself even further behind. Oh yeah, but if we're keeping count of the score here, this is an Iron Man match. Almost forgot about that. All those falls with the Aeons, so we had the main 5, the other 2, 7. Mega Sisters, there's 3 of them, so that's 10. So we're at 17-2. And after beating Yu Yevon, it'll be 18-2. And we'll be the heavyweight champion of the world. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, fine. We'll just use a Mega Elixir. At this point, it doesn't matter. This is the final battle. And it's practically a tutorial. Since you know you can't actually die in this. Although, maybe my memory is off. Well, of course it is. This is only the second time I played this game. But I thought, or maybe I heard somewhere, that you only have a limited amount of time with Yu Yevon, or he'll do something to cause a game over. I don't know if that's really true or not. That'd be really annoying if it did, because then you'd have to go back and refight Braska's final Aeon, collect those 10 Orbi treasure items, and then do all these Aeon fights again. Alright, but now with Magic Break, yeah, you want to get Magic Break on him, because it's going to cause his Curagas to work for less. So we can start making even more progress against him. Yeah. See, he's now healing for about 4,000. Uh-oh. Yu Yevon can also do this. But it doesn't matter, because we have Auto Life. And even after using Auto Life, we'll still have Auto Life. See? He still has the Halo. There is no point to this. I mean, really, if they were going to do this, give you this Auto Life, take all challenge out of this, and just make this... I mean, this entire video has just been no challenge, just go through the motions and wait this out, and drag this out as long as you can. This is not a final boss. This is not a good final boss. This is why many people consider Braska's final Aeon to be the final boss. And for me, this is one of the really down points of Final Fantasy X, beyond all those plot issues involving Auron. And the other things they don't like, but this was another thing that it was really a letdown in the game, with the final boss just being basically nothing. You may as well just make this entire thing just a cutscene where they strike down Yu Yevon instead of having to fight Yu Yevon. I mean, granted, then the complaint would be that, you know, you got a cutscene instead of a final boss, but isn't that still better than a tutorial final boss? Or why not just have a real final boss? That would be the real solution. Oh, the Yoopers have stopped. Good for them. And we'll have them on Lulu's next turn. There's Raga, there's Thundaga. Although there's probably going to be a bunch of cutscenes after this that I can't stop. So we're actually going to stop here, and I'll trigger the final destruction of Yu Yevon next time. And then show all the final cutscenes in that.